The purple a problem, that's a known fact, yeah. How we go hard on them, they like get up off us, like we better be cautious. No grace come with a limit, can't stop us coming with it. Persistent, resilient, the purple a problem, that's a known fact, yeah. How we go.
Seeing Christ, he said his head and his hairs were white like wool. Now, compared to the image that we've been given all of our life, I never seen this man with woolly hair or red eyes. I always seen them with their in a lot of the churches that I went to. This is the image that they have on their church. They have a big picture. As soon as you walk in, this man right here, blonde hair, blue eyes, pale skin. But Revelation said he had woolly hair and red eyes. Read.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
He looked down at Christ's feet, and they was like fine brass. Brass is the color of a penny. He said, as if that penny burned in a furnace. Now, when you put that penny in the furnace and take it out, what color is it? It's black. So he said, I looked down at his feet, and they was black. You see what I'm saying? So Jesus Christ, according to the Bible, will be a man of dark skin tone. He would not be this white man that they have been giving us all of our life. And it's so crazy because you will ask children today, what does Jesus Christ look like? And they'll tell you this before they tell you this. Because it's subconsciously programmed in our mind. Everything that we see, the white man is God. You see what I'm saying? Even all on the movies. What's that? 10 Commandments. You know, you got a lot of these different movies that portray Passion of Christ. They got Paul. You know, all these images they put out will be white people. Even today, a lot of the images that we see about black people on TV is what? I mean, no, the images about black people. Like the entertainers today, right? The musicians. The sisters, how they dress. You got Sexy Red, Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion. They had these tight, provocative clothes on. They smoking weed, talking crazy. In the rapper men today, they smoking weed. All they talk about is bees, hoes, shooting, killing. All the imagery that we have about ourselves in the world today is negative. But when you see in movies like just movies with white people in them in general, they always put them in a positive light and they put us in a negative light. You see what I'm saying? So everything is subconsciously programmed against us. This world is against us. The only thing that's going to save us in today's time is if we come back to the Bible. So Jesus Christ, according to the Bible, is a black man. And guess what tribe he came from? Because he was an Israelite. Most people know he was a Jew. But what tribe did he come from? The Israelites, the Jews today, most people say they what? Huh? What color are the Jewish people? Huh? The people that's over there today? In Israel?
No.
What color are they?
Caucasian.
They're Caucasian, right? How did, if Africa is a black land, a black place, Israel is in the midst of Africa, just this one little spot in the midst of Africa. How is it that everybody else in that land is black, but you got them people that's calling themselves Jews? Because you said Jewish, right? They calling themselves Jews. How is it that they the real Jews if everybody around them black? How did they get over there? They not the real Jews. The real Jews are right here in America. The real Jews are scattered throughout all the world, right? So Jesus Christ, I say he was from what tribe? Read that.
Hebrews chapter 7, verse 14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood.
So Jesus Christ came from the tribe of Judah. So in today's time, Jesus Christ would be a so-called African American, if you examining the prophecies, right? So the Jews, I asked the question, what color are they today? Because most people would say the Jewish people are the real Jews, you know. But what color are the Jews? Read that.
Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground.
Jeremiah said the Jews are black unto the ground. We are the Jews. We the real Jews. The real Jews right here in America scattered all throughout the world. We the real Jews, not them people that's calling themselves Jewish over there today, right? So how are they calling themselves Jewish people today? Give me that in Revelation 2 and 9. Let's see what the Lord said about them people that's over there today that's calling themselves Jewish. Read.
Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty.
Poverty, we are the ones that suffer poverty right here in America. We are the ones that's going through the worst. Like I said, we got the worst educational system. We got the worst medical system. You know what I'm saying? We at the bottom of society. We don't have people to look up to. We in poverty. We the ones getting shot down in the street. We the ones with the single parent household. We are the ones that suffering today. The Lord said he know our suffering and our poverty. Read.
But thou art rich.
Why are we rich? Because everything in this Bible, all the blessings in this Bible pertain to us. The kingdom of heaven is promised to us if we come back to obeying God's commandments. Read.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
He said, I know the lies of them that say they are Jews and are not. Them people over there that's calling themselves Jews today, they not the real Jews. They the devil the Bible speaks of.
Right.
Because they the one that has pushed this image all across the world about Jesus Christ being a white man. They the ones that told us that we ain't nothing. They the ones that control everything. They control the media, all the images that we see about ourselves as being negative and them being positive. They the one that pushing that out. They the one that pushing this destructive music out to our kids. Right. You see what I'm saying? They the ones that doing it. The Lord said they are the synagogue of Satan. They are the ones. They own the porn industry. So all these kids that got access to them phones that's going on them porn industries, they own it. The white people own it. A rabbi, to be exact, own the porn industry. A Jewish rabbi, the man who was supposed to be a leader of the Jewish people, he owned the Pornhub industry. They own these things. All the way that we think about the Bible, Jesus Christ coming back to save everybody. They the one put that doctrine out there. They the ones that established themselves in 1948 as the Jewish people. Right. Give me 2 Corinthians 11:4. Start at verse 1. They the ones. They the synagogue of Satan. They are the great deceivers upon the face of the whole earth. But guess what? They can't deceive us no more because we know who we are. We know we the children of Israel, and what we gotta do to get our kingdom back is keep God's commandments. We gotta apply God's commandments to our life, bro. Read that.
2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I fear, lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Christ.
Because, in all honesty, the charge that God gave us is real simple. You know, it's not complex. The Bible, it has some complexities in it, but it's real simple for the Israelites. When we keep God's commandments, we live forever. We break God's commandments, we die. That's the whole duty of man, is to keep God's commandments. Run your household like a man. You know what I'm saying? The women are supposed to be submissive to the man. These things are real simple. So that's why he said it's the simplicity in Christ. Read.
For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, whom we have not preached, or if you receive another spirit, which ye have not received, or another gospel, which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with him.
So it said, for if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus. Now, when they came over here, when they came to this side of the world, in the 1400s and the 1600s, and had us on them slave ships, they the ones that had that image right there. They said, this is God. Because think about it. During that time, they didn't allow us to read. Why wouldn't they allow us to read? Because they knew we was going to find out the truth. You know what I'm saying? They created a whole system called the Will Lynch letter. Y'all ever heard of the Will Lynch letter? Of how to destroy a nation of people. They say you take that woman and you break her down. You know what I'm saying? They separate the woman and the man from each other. They beat the man in front of the woman, and they took that woman and made her raise her kids as being submissive to her and not to depend on the man. That's what we have going on today. The independent woman and the simp weak man. Most men don't even like to speak up. You gotta yell at them to get them to say something. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's not how we supposed to be. God said, as a man, you the one gotta command your household. one got to go out and teach the people. You got to be the voice for the people, because if you don't do it, who gonna do it?
Bring it up.
We can't depend on the women and the children to do it, because the women are the ones that's raising these killers out here today, because they feel like they can do it by themselves.
Right.
Because that's what they have been taught. You see what I'm saying? Give me 1 Kings 2:2. 1 Kings 2:2. So that's what we out here to do, to restore that mentality, that grit back into our men, because our men are not men today. You know what I'm saying? What does it mean to be a man, if I may ask? You say Justin? What's your name, bro?
Jones.
Jones.
Yeah.
What does it mean to be a man? How do you show yourself a man in today's time? What is your idea of what it means to be a man, I would say?
Living productive.
Living productively. Okay, what else?
Taking care of your family.
Taking care of your family. I like that one.
Yeah.
What you say?
Yeah, taking care of your family.
Taking care of your family.
Raising your children.
Raising your children. Raising them in what? Because what you mean raising them? Like, how do you raise your children? You got kids?
Being there for them. Yeah, being there for them. Being productive in their lives.
Okay, I agree that fathers should be present, because your presence alone, just that male figure in the house alone, it is proven that kids who have a mother and a father grow up to be better adults, you know what I'm saying, than people who just had their mother. Even a father, if children have just their father and not their mother, they still grow up to be better than if they just had their mother. You see what I'm saying? But according to the Bible, we're going to show y'all what it means to be a man. Read that.
1 Kings chapter 2, verse 2. I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man, and keep the charge of the Lord thy God, to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes, and his commandments, and his judgments, and his testimonies, as it is written in the law of Moses.
So a true man is going to keep God's commandments. And by him keeping God's commandments, he going to teach those same commandments to his children. For example, give me Leviticus 11 and verse 7. Because we have, like, as Israelites, right? God gave us a heritage, right? He gave us certain laws that we should live by, certain foods that we should eat, certain holidays that we should celebrate, right? The way that we should deal with each other. No, I got a better one. Matthew 18, right? Conflict resolution. When most of our kids have an issue today, how do they deal with it?
Fight.
They fight, right? And to go further than that, most of them don't even fight no more. What they doing?
Right.
They shoot. You got kids?
Yeah, I got 5 boys.
You got 5 boys, so you gotta most definitely got a heavy responsibility upon you, because from the beginning of the time, hold what you got. Give me Exodus 1, and talk about she said kill the male sons. You know what I'm talking about? When they do the office of a midwife, kill the sons. I think it's verse yeah, read that.
Exodus chapter 1, verse 16.
So America, right? America's job is to destroy the male figure, right? And this is not a new plot that they have against our people, because even during the time of Egypt, the Egyptians always wanted to destroy the black man, because if you take the black man away from the picture, they can control everything. You take the black man out of the picture, the society will destroy itself. So y'all are important to society. Not just to society, but to your own household. Because if y'all don't parent the children, or you don't raise them children right, you know what I'm saying, they gonna grow up and they gonna terrorize the city. But I'm just showing y'all how important male men are in the world today. Read that.
Exodus chapter 1, verse 16. And he said, when you do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then you shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live.
We said when you do the office of a midwife, right? Because back then, our women didn't give birth to their children like we give birth today. We had midwives. They had their baby naturally. They weren't in the hospital getting shot up with whatever you call that stuff, epidurals in their back. You know what I'm saying? They want none of that. They had them naturally. So he told one of the midwives, said, when you do the office of a midwife, if it's a male, kill him. But if it's a daughter, let her live. Why would he do that? Why you think he would do that? Why kill the male child and leave the daughter alive?
Because the male child is the threat.
He's the threat. And guess what? If you leave a woman child, they can sleep with her and make more children like them. You see what I'm saying? But if you leave a male child, it's still a chance that they can have these children, they can continue to grow. You know what I'm saying? But the women at this time, let's keep reading that.
Verse 17. But the midwives feared God.
They did what?
But the midwives feared God.
But the midwives, they fear God. Most of the women today don't have the fear of God in them, because what are they doing? They killing the children themselves. They having abortions. They want to get rid of the child.
Bring it out.
You see what I'm saying? So these women fear God. Read.
But the midwives feared God and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. And the king of Egypt called for the midwives and said unto them, why have ye done this thing, and have saved the men children alive?
So they feared God, so they didn't even kill the kids because they knew that these men were the future generations of the world. Now what else I had you hold?
Matthew 18.
Read that, Matthew 18. Now we talk about the kids today, right? Some of the things that our kids do today, when they have a problem one with another, they either fighting, well, they not even fighting no more, they killing each other. They'll shoot a brother down for stepping on his shoe. You say something to him the wrong way, you know what I'm saying? They kill him. Because why? Because the men are not in their lives. This is what we have to, this is what we step in at. This is what we gotta do because the Lord tells us how to deal with conflict resolution skills. Read that.
Matthew chapter 18, verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
So if somebody say something to your son out the way, this is what you should tell him. Look, if they say something to your son out the way, go tell him about it. Don't shoot him, don't fight him. Look, man, you said this to me, I didn't like that. Or you stepped on my shoe, you know what I'm saying? I didn't like that. Read.
If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established.
And this is the importance of us being out here because in order for this law to be applied, you have to be around people that apply this law also, which leads me into another topic, you know what I'm saying? If we know that we the Israelites and we God's chosen people, we have to come together as a nation of people. You see what I'm saying? In Zephaniah 2:1, he said, gather yourself together, O nation not desired. You know what I'm saying? And when we ask a lot of people about the problems in the black community, they would say, we need to come together. But I mean, think about it. You got people that steal, people that kill, people that smoke weed, people that don't care about life. If you bring all them people together, how can we be together? How can we truly be together if you bring in people who all have different thoughts of life? It ain't gonna work. So in order for us to come together, we first of all have to agree in the Bible. We gotta agree that the principles and the standards in this Bible will better our lives as Israelites. If we can agree to that, then we can come together and we can work together. And it's gonna work because the Lord said it's gonna work. You see what I'm saying?
What is the nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models.